everyone. This is another quick unboxing video from KSI Barbus New, not in KSI by the way. Just wanted to give you a first look at this new NVIDIA GTX 670 by Galaxy. There are a few things about this card that make it really interesting. I guess for most people, at least concerned with me, is budget. This is a really good budget-oriented card. It gives you pretty high-end performance at a price that is just really attractive. So this is the second component in a client build that I've received that will be assembled probably in the next couple of weeks. I'll be making a video on the assembly. But here's a quick view of the box. Again, this is the Galaxy 2GB edition. A 2GB frame buffer is pretty standard these days. I think in the future it will increase as it has. But it's overall pretty acceptable. I've encountered very few games that actually go over 2GB, you know, in VRAM as needed. But as you can see on here, it's packaged pretty average. Something about the packaging in modern day video cards, they have just gotten really cheap. Not in all of them, but like when I had my 580s, they came with like magnetic clasps and a clear see-through window, and it just made it really just fun to open. It made it feel like you were opening up something that cost a lot more than it did. But regardless, the product is still good, so I guess that's all that really matters. This particular card takes two PCI 6-pin supplementary power connectors. I believe it calls for around 250 watts, but it's never going to use that much. I doubt this card would ever go over 200. I know the core is based similarly to the GTX 680. It's just one of the processors are deactivated. So the performance difference is not that significant in a very generalized sense. I know when overclocking it'll change, but the price difference is pretty significant. This particular card can be found as low as you know, the low 300s to mid 300s. This particular one run about 350, and it's just unbeatable for the money. Take a quick look at the front here. You can see it uses an extended PCB cooler. This card is not, the actual PCB is not as long as the card itself. That's due to the blower cooler. Sorry about the poor lighting. I didn't realize it was this terrible until after the fact. Anyway, as you can see, the PCB does not extend very far at all. The blower cooler assembly makes up for most of the extra room, which provides great cooling. And as you can see on the back, it has these really large cooling holes which will purge all of the heat out of the back of the case. This is a design I've always loved because it really helps keep the internal temperature of your case cool, especially if you don't have a side vent like I do. So I really like the blower design. I know it's received a lot of hate over the years, but it's definitely my preference. 2 DVI, 1 HDMI, and 1 display out, I believe, are the outputs on it. And as you can see, like I mentioned before, it has two PCI 6 pins on the back. I'm sorry, on the front if it's facing the side of your case. Lastly, in the packaging, you do have this little pull-out which will encase all of your accessories. Looking inside here, we're going to have a few accessories all wrapped up nicely in static packaging. You got Molex to 6-pin, DVI to VGA, and another Molex to 6-pin. Under that, we have a little bit of documentation. We have an instruction booklet. Inside there, we have a couple more things, one being a driver's disc, which you should not use. You should download the latest from the website. And you have a quick start guide, which gives you a basic overview of things to know and how to install it correctly. Most people won't have to use this, but it is helpful just for the newer guys out there. I know at one time it really helped me out when I was just getting started, so these are still necessary in my opinion. I'm going to open it up here so you can take a look inside. But in a very detailed steps, and in plain English, it shows you exactly how to put it in, how to connect it, and which particular port does what. It's really helpful. And here's another look at the card. I can't stress enough how much I really love the blower assembly. I had in previous cards had an open style cooler which would just blow all the hot air in my case, which would then go up towards my radiator and my RAM and really just make things hot. Now, just for fun, because most people use inanimate objects for their size comparisons, here's a quick safety check to make sure it's unloaded. Instead of using a cell phone or some money, because I have no money, I'm just going to use my Glock to do a quick size comparison to show you how big this card is. As you can see, it's roughly the same length, maybe a little bit longer than the Glock. So, not too big. And just to make all the libtards mad, because I like trolling, I'm going to do something a little bit bigger here. And I'm going to do a quick size comparison with an M4. Well, technically an AR-15, but you get the point. And just for the commenters, this was a joke. Don't take me seriously. But that wraps up my quick unboxing and overview of the Galaxy GTX 670 2GB model with the blower style cooler. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you like it, let me know in the comments. Maybe hit like and subscribe, and be prepared for more videos like this in the future.